Hello, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Mathematics class for Standard 7th, Chapter 7, Congruence of Triangles, Part 1.
Okay students, so let me demonstrate you about the difference between the congruence and the similar ones. Right, now what are congruents and what are similars? Let us see. Now here I have one segment, pink segment is here. As you could see, I can say this line segment Y. Why I am not saying a line? Because for a line we need arrows at the end points. Why I am not saying rays? Because for rays I need at least one arrow at one end, maybe this side or this side, or maybe and one point, that is full stop, that is at this end or at this end. So suppose if it is a ray and here I am having one full stop, so one arrow must be there here. Then only I can say that this is a ray. But this is not a line because no arrows are there at the end points. As well as this is not a ray because no arrow is there at either end point. Right? Any one side we want the arrow for a ray. This is a segment because it is stopped. Now here it is being stopped at this end and at this end also it is stopped. Correct? So this is a line segment. Now look at this line segment which I have here. This line segment and this line segment are similar because a segment is similar to segment. But I cannot say that this line segment is congruent to this one. Why? Because for congruent, not only the line segments all properties should match, but also the length should match. So let me have one congruent line segment to this. Now as you could see here, this line segment is exactly equal. Could you see? This line segment is exactly equal to the pink one. That means the cream line segment is exactly equal in length with pink line segment. So we can say that these two line segments are congruent because both are having the properties of a line segment of having endpoints with a end, that is they are not moving ahead, and the length is also similar. Right? That means the length is equal. But here the length is not equal, so this line segment is similar to line segment but not congruent. This line segment is not congruent to any of these two. Understood? So this is what is the definition of congruency, that not only the property should match, that means but properties of any geometrical figure, but also the length should match. Now let us take one more example. Now look at this angle. Here I have an angle. Could see? This angle is having some measurement here. But look at these points. I want to show it to you. See, these end points are having the arrow mark. Could see? These arrow indicate that this is a ray and this is another ray. And when these two rays are meeting at one point, then it forms an angle like this. So this angle is there with us. It is an acute angle, as you could see, because if it is 90, it should be perpendicular, and if it is obtuse, then this ray could have been moved this side. So this is an acute angle. Right? Now I want to have the congruent angle. So for congruency angle, look at here. I have taken one cream one. Now I am putting it over it. See, this putting over it, that is we are overlapping. This overlapping is said as superposed. What it is called as? Correct. superposed. As you could see that angle cream has hidden the pink angle completely. Right? So the angles are congruent. Angles are congruent. Now let me show you one more thing. Now I am superposing the pink angle over the cream one. Now look at this. You could see that the angles are same, but see the length of these arms. You could see here the length of arms. See. Here the length is almost equal, but here it is not. The length of this arm pink is lesser than the cream one. So for angles, only for one angle, I am talking about only for one angle, the angles are congruent even if the rays are not of equal length. And then too, the rays cannot be of equal length. You know why? Because when arrow is given here, when the arrows are marked, just keep one thing in mind, that these lines are not going to stop, but they are going to extend further and further for both of them. So for any one angle, the congruency of one angle depends only and only on the measurement of the degree angle, that is this angle inside one. Even if the rays are shorter or less lengthier, no need to take into consideration, only for one angle. But suppose if one more side is joined here, what it will form? Correct. It will form a triangle. Now let me show you the triangles. Look at this triangles. Okay, 90 degree, 90 degree. This is also acute, acute. This is also acute, acute. Now these two triangles are looking similar, but whether they are congruent, let superpose it and see it. Superposition need like this. Superposition means you have to overlap exactly. Could see the cream one has hidden the pink one completely. Now let me turn it and show it to you that yes, even from this side the pink is hiding the cream one completely. That means when they are superposed each other, they are hiding the shapes completely. So this means these two right angles are congruent. These two right angles are congruent. Now if suppose I name them with certain alphabets. Suppose this is angle A, this is B, and this is C. Could see? Now look at this angle A, angle B, angle C, and I am naming this cream as P, Q, and R. Okay. Now if they are congruent, they must correspond. Now what do you mean by corresponding? Corresponding means matching. What is matching to what? See, this is angle A 90 degree. It is matching with angle P 90 degree. This is angle B. Your angle is not mentioned. So we can say that the 90 degrees opposite side, which is BC here, and angle P's opposite side hypotenuse, that is QR here, they are corresponding. Corresponding means they are matching. The one which matches. Now suppose this PQ angle is given to you like this. Like this it is given. So now you have to correspond that what angles are corresponding to what and which sides are corresponding. So the angle A, which is 90 degree, it is corresponding to angle P, which is 90 degree. Now, could you see the sharp angle C? This angle sharp will correspond to sharp angle R. and the left angle B will correspond to the left angle Q of this triangle. So this is called what? Correspondence of all three angles with these three angles. Now let us talk about the side. Could you see this is the short perpendicular side of 90 degree AB and this is the long perpendicular side of triangle AC. ABC. This is triangle side AC. This is the lengthier one and this is the short one. So the short one will correspond to the short one of this right angle triangle PQR. So AB is the short side of right angle triangle. It will correspond to side PQ of this right angle triangle PQR, short side. Now the long side AC of a perpendicular will correspond to long side PR of this right angle triangle. Now the hypotenuse BC will correspond to the hypotenuse QR. That means corresponding means matching. All six elements should match. It should not happen that one short side is matched with one long side and this side's long side is matched with this side's short side. It should not happen. The correspondence must be of equal length. Understood? Then only it is said to be corresponding as well as congruent. When the triangles are congruent, they are all six elements are corresponding. Six elements in which three are angles and three are sides. These is the total six elements of a triangle. So they are corresponding to each other when the triangles are congruent. Now let us take another triangle. Look here, I have taken two triangles. As it is an equilateral triangle, you can see 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. So let us check whether they are congruent or not. For congruency, what I told you, what is necessary? That the length should match with the length. Now let us superpose them. Superposing means overlapping each other. They should hide each other. Now as you could see, when I have superposed the pink one with the cream one, the pink has hidden the cream completely. Now let me turn it backside and show it to you that yes, even the cream is overlapping the pink one completely. So these two triangles are congruent. And as you could see, it is an equilateral triangle. So you can take any of the correspondence. For example, if this is X, this is Y, this is Z, okay, and this is L, this is M, and this is N. Now as you know that this is an equilateral triangle, so all the sides are equal. So you take any of the angle corresponding to any angle, it will be equal. You can say X is corresponding to L. You can also say X is corresponding to N. You can also say like this, X is corresponding to M. Why? Because all are having equal measures of angle. Not only this, but even side you can correspond to any side. Side XL, XZ is corresponding to LM because the lengths are also same in an equilateral triangle. Understood? Now let me show you one more triangle. Look at this. What could you say about this triangle? Now let me name it as A, B and C. So can you tell me that this ABC triangle is congruent to the LMN or it is similar to LMN? Correct, it is similar. Why it is similar? Because all the angles are congruent, no doubt. 60, 60. Angle L is equal to angle A as well as angle B as well as angle C. All are 60 here and all are 60 here. But for congruency, the length of the side must also be equal. So look at the side. When I am going to overlap it like this, you could see only this much angle is trying to overlap the pink one. right? That means only this much length of the side is not equal to any other, right? This side is shorter than the pink side. So definitely this triangle ABC is similar to element, is similar to XYZ, but this triangle is not congruent to any of these. For congruency, the length of the sides must also be equal and it should overlap exactly. That means it should superpose exactly. Okay, students, now let me show you one more triangle. Look at these triangles, students. What could you say about them? This is the right angle triangle. This is also right angle triangle. But are they congruent? No. Why not? Because definitely 90 degrees matching with 90 degree, the angles are matching, but the lengths are not matching. You could see this triangle is having a shorter length and this triangle is having a greater length. You could see the length of the triangles, length of the sides of the right angle triangle are not matching, right? They are not exactly of same length. You could see like this, right? See, like this. See, the sides are not of equal length. I'm taking the pink one now, like see this. They are superposed. The pink is not able to hide the cream one completely. So maybe the triangles are similar, but they are not congruent, because for congruency the length should be of equal sides. All the three sides of the triangle should be equal. I hope, students, you have understood well about the concept of similarity and congruence. Similarity does not take anything into consideration about the length of the sides, but congruency, they need the length and the measures to be of equal length. Only if you talk about the angles, then for angles you can say that the angles are having arrow, and if arrows are not of similar length, doesn't matter, but the angle which are formed by these two rays must be equal. Then single angle is said to be congruent even if the length of the rays are not same. But as you can see, for the triangles, the congruency must be there only if the length of the sides are also equal with the measure of the angles. Correct? As we had seen in the right angle triangle, as well as we had seen that here in 60 degree equilateral triangle, right? All the angles were equal as well as all the sides were equal. Then only they are congruent, otherwise they are not congruent. If such pairs are there, they are similar, but they are not congruent. For congruency, the length of the side must be equal. Thank you, students, for watching the video. I hope you have understood well the concept. See you then. Goodbye. Have a great day ahead.